Eric Burgess here with Music Marketing TV, and today we're going to be using Repro 5 to create some really retro sounding sounds. Let's jump into it. So here we've got Repro 5. It is responsible for an arpeggiation sound. Very nice. And let me just show you a quick example. So you get the idea. We got some extreme vibes going on here. There's a couple elements that really help for this. An important part of getting that old school vibe is to have sort of this uncertainty with pitch. And in this case, you can still hear it going. And it's a really easy way to adjust it and a preset in order to accomplish this vibe. Today, we're going to be focusing on the delay, which I believe is pronounced lyrebird. So I apologize if I'm saying this wrong. But this is the delay unit down here. It is a fantastic delay. So I think it'd be great to just start with just a blank Repro 5, go to the preset, and then adjust it to match this one. Because right now, if we play something in this one, we've got it's just so nice. We hit the vibes really hard. So let's go ahead, let's load up another Repro 5. All right, so I've got here another instance of a Repro 5. This time, same preset, but it sounds very different. General sound is there, but it just doesn't have the same vibe that we were going for. So let's go ahead and break open the effects. We're going to go to the delay, and it's already on by default. And there's really just a few settings we need to change in order to make it fit the vibe that we had before. The first one is the mix is just really low. We're going to pump this way up. It's going to be mostly delay. We want it to be something that sparkles off into the distance. And this is one way to do it, is to just increase the mix. We're going to leave the time right where it's at. It's actually already in a really good spot. And the last thing that we really need to look at is the regen. So the regen is how long the delay goes for. Is how you can kind of look at it. So we're going to go ahead and just pump this way up too. And we get a nice sort of a way off into the distance effect. Now there's a couple of other settings here that you should be aware of. One of them is, well, we have the mode. This is how it kind of controls how the echoes happen, how the delays happen. We're in ping pong mode, which just means it goes from left to right and it ping pongs between the two headphones. And then we also have some sync options and stuff. But what's interesting here is this modulation tab. So this can sort of dial in the amount of detune that you want. It's tied to the time. So this modulation controls an LFO that goes to this time knob. And when you modulate time in a delay, it ends up creating a detune effect. And so if we were to actually go up to max, and let's bring down the time because it's just a tad more obvious, and let's bring down the regen. So I just want to show you what this does because it might be something you want to add into some of your sounds. So if I were to play it now, we get a very detuned kind of effect. It sounds a lot more chorusy. And if we were to bring it down to min, it's a lot cleaner if we have it just off. It's the pitch is on point. It's just right there versus max. So you can hear all of that pitch movement, and we're going to go ahead and bring it down to min. And it's a lot more centered. We still get some of it, but it's not as aggressive. If we have it on off, you know, it won't have any effect. The time will be what it is. So that comes from moving around the time. It can be a pretty cool thing to mess with. I left it on min. That was where it was by default. We're going to dial this back to where it was. But a really, really great effect. Only a couple knobs. You don't need to know a ton to be able to use it. And this can take a lot of sounds and really just suit them into that vibe if that's what you're going for. Regen's a bit high on this. And maybe dial back the mix some. But that is the process of just dialing it in. And when you're all done, let me go ahead and show you the track here. It is these, if you're wondering about the notes, these are what I'm feeding it MIDI wise. So we're just doing arpeggiations up over 2 octaves. And if we go over, we've got another one. So pretty cool stuff. If you have any questions about this, feel free to drop a comment down below, subscribe and hit that bell icon for future videos, and have a blessed day.